Okay, my name is James Williams Jr. I want to address two things, and then I got to go to work, so I'm going to post these before I go to work if I'm lucky. First off, I want to address martial arts and martial art phony videos. Alright? I'm not a phony martial artist. I am a martial artist. I just haven't been blessed to be discovered by the thousands of people who can make my dreams come true. Alright? We're getting that out the way. A lot of my favorite martial artists have been accused of being frauds and blanks and shit like that. So I want to address that. I don't know what the hell's going on with Frank Dukes. I do know that he has taken multiple photos with my girl Cynthia Rothrock, and now years down the road they're saying that Frank Dukes is fake. Alright, now we all know, if you're a Cynthia Rothrock fan, you know that her championships are legit, and a lot of other people that he's been taking photos with, their championships are legit. Mark Dacascos is a champion, Van Damme is a champion, Seagal was a champion. You got all their footage. I'm not knocking Frank Dukes because I don't know the dude. But a lot of people are going after him. I don't know a sheet of Kim, but I do know he's not Asian. He has a Japanese first name and a Korean last name, so I know he's not Asian. I've seen him. I haven't seen him fighting. I've seen some of his ninja clips, and they're quite comical. And the same thing can be said about me. I fought in the streets. There's no record of that shit, but a lot of people know not to fuck with me, whether it be in my neighborhood or certain places in Virginia. They know I'm not the guy that you should probably trifle with on a bad day. But I'm not here to brag on myself. I'm here to make sure that people understand a few things. Not everything is black and white, alright? So they're saying everything about Bloodsport and the Kumite is all bullshit. I wasn't there, I don't know. When allegedly Bloodsport was taking place, it was 75. I was like 2. I didn't start training in martial arts until I was like 7 years old. Prior to that, that whole year before, I was forced to fight because that's what colored kids do when you're growing up in rough neighborhoods. And I had to fight because I was the smallest of the litter in our family. And a lot of my uncles and them are well over 6 feet then, well over 6 feet now. And they created a monster. When I started learning martial arts made me dangerous. When I joined the army, I became a little bit more lethal. And this isn't propaganda to scare you off. I would straight tell you that if I could avoid a fight, I would much rather avoid a fight. The sad part is that I have a bloodlust for fighting and had the UFC in them, which now have my weight class. Had my weight class in my 20s, I guarantee you, you would all know who I am. There are a lot of us martial artists out here that are great. We're excellent. We're badasses. But y'all don't know who we are because we have not been given the opportunities to shine. Kung Fu Havoc 2 was supposed to be my opportunity to shine, and my hip replacement kind of fucked that up. So if you see my videos, I'm a lot slower now than I was in Kung Fu Havoc 1. You can go back and check those videos and you'll see I'm pretty good with my shit. I know my way around a fight, and I'm not here to condemn phony martial artists or actors who become martial artists as well as, like me, a martial artist who's trying to become an actor. Alright? Here's the real world. A real fight lasts anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes. First contact is everything. I'm a small guy, so I'm not going to hit you as hard as I want to. And I know that because I don't have that kind of strength. But I do know as a martial artist, and I have been taught very well, that it is not how hard you hit, it is where you hit. Now, for everybody out here who does not know me or who does not give a damn, I'm going to make it really quite simple. I'm not going to do the Kimbo Slice thing. I'm not going to come to your house and challenge you and beat your ass in your yard. That's not what I'm about. Martial arts really isn't about that. MMA might be about that. And as I've said in many of my other videos, it's not the martial art that you deal with. It's the martial artist who is honed in that one style of study. I took multiple martial arts so that I could beat those martial arts. Not so much the martial artists, but those martial arts. Every martial art has a strength and has a weakness, even Kung Fu. The trick is to finding the weakness inside the martial artist. If you can find the weakness inside the style, you can beat the style. If you can beat the style, you can beat the martial artist using the style. So, for those who don't seem to understand that concept, when I give you the lesson for Kung Fu, when you throw in and you slide and then you close on impact, it's basically straight out of the Jeet Kune Do handbook. I do have that. I do not practice the things I got in that book. I got that book out of respect for Bruce Lee. I do not know Jeet Kune Do. It is one of the martial arts that I've never taken. You know? But as far as karate, kempo, jujitsu, ninjutsu, judo, aikido, kempo, I've dabbled on all that shit. And Aharte and Korean Taekwondo, which basically was American Taekwondo because it was being taught by an American who was raised in Japan. How can you teach a Japanese style in a Korean style if you're raised in Japan without having that lesson yourself? You know, and that's kind of how that works out. As a martial artist, as any martial art will tell you, that your one true knowledge decides if you're great or not great. And you have to represent that martial art with honor and glory. And I know you see them damn lights! I'm sorry, that was very dishonorable of me to yell at my mother. But I know that y'all see those damn lights. Let me prove it. Those damn lights. Anyway, as a martial artist, you have to live by the codes of martial arts. And the first code in that thing is honor and respect. As a martial artist, regardless of what people say about your idols and things, until you meet them, you don't know. And they always say, never meet your idol, because when you meet your idol and its true personality, they seem to let you down. Here's the thing on that. I'm going to be honest regardless, and I hope to never offend people. And if I'm anybody's idol, you should probably look somewhere else for an idol. I'm just a man. I'm an honest man, which is why I'm an asshole 95% of the time. But I'm an honest asshole. I'm not going to tell you something wrong unless I don't know that I'm wrong. As a martial artist, my job is to teach you how to be better at the martial art in which I teach. But I can never teach you how to be a better person. And this is where we have that conflict of interest. If you are a martial artist and you have a certain style, change it. If you are honed in only one style, learn another. And keep learning. Never stop learning, because it's the only way you'll be a great martial artist. Now, as an actor, which I have failed at completely, because I haven't been able to get the big breaks. The only reason why y'all don't know who I am is because I've never gotten a break. It's just that simple. I've never gotten a break. I've never been able to sit down with a casting director or a producer or anybody who would be willing to give me a chance to explain why I want to make these movies, why I want to do this for the rest of my life. Because I'm not about the money. I'm about being happy. Kung Fu makes me happy. Whether I'm in front of the camera or behind the camera, Kung Fu makes me happy. Which is why I want to do that. And when you're passionate about it, they say all things are possible. I don't know what's taking so long for it to work for me, but the truth of the matter is, I'm not about the money. I'm about getting it done and making movies. And if the money comes, that's great, because I need the money. But I'd much rather be making movies all the time, every day, all day. On to the next one, on to the next one. No, but movies take time, because you have to edit stuff. So while we're making this live video, I'm going to address this real quick. The only reason why some people have made it, apparently it's true, it's better to be lucky than good. So, I pretty much fall in the good category because I've never been lucky. Every fighting style that I have taken, every fighting style that I give you a demonstration of, I have taken and I have learned something from it so that I can beat the style that I recognize. I do not have a name for mine. At one time I was calling it Street Kung Fu. I have since erased the name to just Kung Fu. We as people, we have to learn where our weaknesses are. We have to learn our strengths. The best way of doing that is with martial arts. Now, as I said at the beginning of this video, let me address some stuff. Alright, so you have a lot of people who like the UFC. And I have a problem with the UFC. It's not a personal problem directed at anybody in the UFC. It's just the politics of the UFC. When I was 23 years old, shoot fighting was a thing. Dan Severn, Ken Shamrock, and all of a sudden, the UFC came out. So Dana White pretty much found the millionaire job there by buying that and making all the fighters. The problem was that all of the good fighters like me never got an opportunity. In my 20s, I could have been a champion. Many times over, I could have been a champion. I've beaten many of black belts because I do shit that black belts have never seen before. Where now they have the 120-pound range, they have the 115-pound range. But in my 20s, when I was that range, they didn't have that. They didn't want us little guys fighting because little guys fights only last 3 to 5 minutes. Then they started having them when I hit my 30s and 40s, when I hit the military and lost my hip. So now no UFC, nobody's ever going to give me a job in the ring. That's just a complete thing right there. I have the scar. You see my pictures on Facebook. And if I need to drop trial and show you that I have a big ass scar on my ass, here, let me go ahead and do it. Get that shit over with so you don't think that I'm lying, which is why my left kicks don't work anymore. See that? Right here. About to fall down. See? This scar right here from the Army. Hip replacement. I'd be a liability in the ring and an insurance nightmare. So I never got the chance to show what I could do. I never got the chance to prove that I am the king. Now, just because I'm a wounded animal doesn't mean I can't fight or defend myself. But we got a lot of things going on in the world, and a lot of people who do martial arts are not about the martial arts. Alright? A lot of us martial artists know that there are a lot of dishonest martial artists who basically want to teach you just for money. I wanted to make kung fu movies so I could teach kung fu for free. That was my long time goal. It's still my long term goal. It's just on this road instead of that road. And I would have much preferred it to be on the straight and narrow. But every casting call I've been to, every time I've gotten close to any opportunities, they've always been taken from me for the fact that I'm not what they're looking for. But how can you be what they're looking for in a world where everybody and their mama these days know martial arts? So while you don't know who I am, but you will, think about the things I've said. Think about the things I post. Go to my old Kung Fu channel and watch what I can do. Because I'm pretty sure that for those who think I'm fake, you're not going to drive halfway across the country to find out if I'm real or not. Now, I brought that up because a lot of people are choning down some of my heroes, some of my idols. Not Ashita Kim. I don't know him. I don't give a damn about him. But I do like Frank Dukes. And I don't know if Frank Dukes is the all-time hustler or not. But he had my respect from watching Bloodsport. And if I found out that Bloodsport is bullshit, my feelings are going to be hurt. But that's not going to take away the respect. No, because everybody has their hustle. My hustle is the truth. I would probably still respect Frank Dukes if I found out that everything I've learned about him is bullshit. But I got my dog tags. I got my veterans card. Uh-oh. My goddamn cat card is missing though. That's not good. Oh, it's not missing. I already took it out. I was about to panic. That's right. I was about to panic. You know, identity fraud and shit happens, and it happens in the military more often than you think. I got my cat card. I got the proof that I served. You know, but more importantly, I have the honor, and I got my warrior ethos. Now, they claim Frank Dukes is not a Green Beret. They claim Frank Dukes is a big fraud and all that stuff. And like I said, if you're not going to Frank Dukes' house to knock down his door to fight him, then, you know, good luck with that. I will say that sometimes what people tell you could be just a publicity stunt. And if Cynthia Rothrock comes out and says that Frank Dukes is phony, I'm more likely to go with her because she's a champion and she has proof. Frank Dukes made a story called Bloodsport, and we don't have a tangible proof that it existed or it didn't exist. And I'm not going to go and ask every Chinese, Korean, and Japanese person if the Kumite is real. Out of fear that they might try to beat my ass for me asking that question. Not that it can happen, because I'm going to fight back, win, lose, or draw. You know, that's just how it works. But that being said, I want to end this video on, I'm going to make 2 more videos addressing the martial arts sometime tonight when I get off from work. I'm James Williams Jr., Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you. Hell, I might address this shit at work. Later.